A teenage schoolgirl is found strangled, with her throat slashed.
From ear to ear, like a happy face was in it.
And baffled cops have been unable to catch the beast who killed Julie Ferguson.
There was no explanation, no rhyme or reason behind what took place.
But a shadow of suspicion has always hung over this man.
We're still considering him as being possibly involved in Julie's murder.
The problem is, his family says he's vanished.
I don't know where he is.
Now the most unlikely victim in this murder mystery is begging him to come forward, his own daughter. She's desperately trying to find her father in the hope she can persuade him to come back and clear his name.
It hurts, huh?
A lot.
Julie, 17, was a popular high school senior in Greenbelt, Maryland, on the outskirts of Washington, D.C.
Just not a mean bone in her body, really nice and funny.
A good friend.
Remembering Julie brings tears to the eyes of those who loved her, and Mom Pat remains so grief-stricken she finds it difficult to even talk about her daughter.
I can't do it.
It seems like Julie was here one moment and then suddenly gone the next.
It's incredible, it's insane how she just vanished.
It just doesn't make any sense.
Shelley Griffith and a couple of Julie's other friends were supposed to meet her around 10 p.m. after she got off her after-school job at this Greenbelt strip mall.
I was going to get Julie the night she got killed, and she wasn't there.
But Julie's friends found her belongings where she had been seen waiting for them to arrive just minutes earlier.
We're like, what's going on here? That's her stuff.
And her panicked friends notified her mother and the police.
It became a murder investigation about 7.5 hours later.
That's when a passerby found Julie's body in a park about 5 miles away at 5:30 the next morning.
Her throat was cut, but it was later determined that she died from strangulation.
Homicide Detective Bernard Nelson says there was no sign of robbery or sexual assault, but there were reportedly bruises on Julie's hands that indicated she'd struggled with her killer.
She fought for her life.
She sure did.
Her friends were distraught and terrified there was a maniac on the loose.
Are they coming back? Are they gonna attack somebody else? Is anybody safe? Is it somebody that we know? Is it a stranger? Is it somebody who's doing this like on a serial basis?
The entire community of Greenbelt was on edge.
It shook the neighborhood, shook them up quite a bit because they're not used to something like this.
Witnesses reported seeing several suspicious vehicles at the strip mall where Julie was last seen alive.
One that stuck out in particular was described as a burgundy or red Volkswagen Jetta that was occupied by 2 black males and a black female who were seen actually conversing with Julie before she disappeared.
That car and the people inside it were never located, but police nonetheless believe Julie was probably taken against her will.
Someone could have actually just grabbed her and forced her into a vehicle and left the shopping center.
Police question a spurned admirer.
He was considered a suspect because he made a number of passes at Julie, which she rejected, which he didn't take very well.
That suspect would later be convicted of a separate homicide and is now behind bars.
We've talked to him on numerous occasions, even as recent as earlier this year. But at this time, we have nothing to actually prove that he was involved.
Then there was Doug De Silva, a local auto mechanic who had previously been arrested and locked up in the rape of a woman not far from where Julie was murdered.
We subsequently interviewed him a number of times.
He was eventually released, DNA cleared him, but police believe he's still somehow connected to Julie's case.
He didn't have a solid alibi of where he was at that time. He provided some statements that would indicate that he could possibly be involved, but nothing that would actually push it over the edge where we can charge him.
Crime Watch Daily wanted to talk to De Silva, only to learn he was nowhere to be found.
April? Hi, are you April, Doug De Silva's daughter?
Yes. But we did locate his daughter, April, who told us she and her family have not seen nor heard from him for 16 years.
I don't know where he is. I wish I could help, but I don't know.
But April has been vainly searching for her father, whom she says appeared to vanish off the face of the earth several years after the murder of Julie Ferguson.
I've contacted all kind of Congress people. I've contacted Social Security. I have a whole file of places that I've contacted about this.
April finds it hard to believe her father would have murdered Julie.
I've never seen him hurt anyone. I mean, I've never seen him hurt an animal, or he is very caring, he's very generous.
Now she is pleading with him to come forward and clear his name.
It's important to, my dad's legacy.
And Julie's still grieving mother is pleading for anyone who knows anything about her daughter's murder to contact police and help them finally solve this case.
Somebody out there knows something, and I just wish they'd come forward and tell their story.
Julie's old high school friends have a Facebook page they hope might attract some leads, as well as keep Julie's memory and case alive.
It's important because she might be forgotten. What happened to her might be forgotten, and she's not.
A reward of up to $25,000 is available for information leading to an indictment or arrest in the case. Anyone with information can call this number anonymously, 1-866-411-TIPS.